It all started when I found the doll at a flea market. It was old, small, and had a cracked porcelain face. One of its eyes was missing, and its dress was faded and yellowed. The vendor told me it had history. I didn't think much of it and bought the doll. It was cheap, and I thought it would look interesting on my shelf. But from the moment I brought it home, strange things began to happen. At first, I noticed small things. The doll always seemed to be watching me. No matter where I placed it, its one glass eye followed me around the room. I laughed at myself. It was just a doll. How could it watch me? But then, things got worse. My keys started going missing. I found them in places I never put them. The lights in my house began flickering for no reason, and at night I started hearing strange noises. It sounded like soft creaking, like footsteps, but no one else was there. One morning, I woke up and found the doll in the kitchen. I never put it there. A few nights later, I woke up in the middle of the night. There was a sound, a whisper. It was so faint, but it was coming from the living room. I got out of bed, my heart pounding, and walked toward the sound. When I got to the living room, I froze. The doll wasn't on the shelf anymore. It was sitting on the coffee table, facing the hallway. I stared at it, and for a moment, I thought its lips moved, but I told myself I was imagining things. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was very, very wrong. The next day, I decided to throw the doll away. I took it to a dumpster far from my house and left it there. That night, I felt relief. I thought it was over. But at 3 a.m., I woke up to a loud crash. When I turned on the light, the doll was there, sitting in the middle of my bedroom floor. On the wall above it, written in red letters, were the words, "You can't get rid of me." The next morning, I called a friend who knew about strange things like this. When she saw the doll, her face turned pale. "This isn't just a doll," she said. "It's a vessel." I didn't understand what she meant. She explained that the doll wasn't just haunted. It was a container for something evil. That night, my friend tried to help me. She lit candles and placed the doll in a circle of salt. She started chanting something I didn't understand. As she chanted, the room grew cold. The whispers returned, louder this time. They were all around us, overlapping, like dozens of voices speaking at once. The doll's face began to change. Its cracked smile twisted, becoming wider and more terrifying, and then it spoke. "You will regret this." The lights went out. The whispers turned into screams. When the lights came back on, the doll was gone. I thought it was finally over, but the next day, I couldn't reach my friend. When I went to her house, it was empty, like she had never lived there, and now the doll is back. It's sitting on my shelf, watching me with its single glass eye. I don't know what it wants, but I know it's not finished with me yet.